from Holy Mackerel Productions' mobile facility, coming to you today from our coastal retreat and meditation center on the rugged and rocky down East Coast. It's the Main Event Radio Show. The Main Event, original, homegrown, and good for you, and always featuring great entertainment from our own backyard. Hi, Dan Foley here. Good to have your company as we cruise the entertainment highways and byways of the Pine Tree State and beyond. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Here it comes down that digital expressway, this edition of the Main Event Radio Show.
The captain tells me stories with a proud but thoughtful look. We ripped the fish out of the sea with just a compass and a hook. Passed along the knowledge gained from father down to son. I learned through generations that the work was never done. Whoever thought the silver of the sea would cease to fill the holds of all the sailing ships who had the strength and will. Time has changed the canvas sail into that diesel song, and it saved a harder lesson for the next to come along. No one here's worked half so hard or quite so long as me. Now this captain looks for guidance on an unfamiliar sea. Well, I am an independent man, the captain said to me. I've only served one master all my years, and that's the sea. Now the high courts of this land have laid a hand on me. You know the fog, it seems much thicker on this unfamiliar sea. No one here's worked half so hard or quite so long as me. Now this captain looks for guidance on an unfamiliar sea. I should have seen this coming all too easily. Too many seek these treasures and there's that much less for me. I fear there is no good solution, for a man has been so free. Oh, the fog, it's getting thicker on an unfamiliar sea. But I still live for the sunrise, bring my harvest home, hope that every year will bring a living. I've learned every shoal and canyon, weathered every storm I've seen. You know I'll do it once again on this unfamiliar sea. No one here's worked half so hard or quite so long as me. Now this captain looks for guidance on an unfamiliar sea. I swear no one here's worked half so hard or quite so long as me. And I'll do it once again on this unfamiliar sea.
never hear a heartbreak. You get it right the first time round, you'll never need a second take. And in a perfect world, give yourself without a doubt. When trouble comes, you'll find a way to work it out. I can't understand it, why love has to be so cruel. 'Cause in a perfect world, I'd still have you. In a perfect world, every shoe's a perfect fit. Eventually you find your spot and stand in it. And when love comes down like the summer rain, in a perfect world it washes all the pain away. I still don't understand it, why love has to be so cruel. 'Cause in a perfect world I'd still have you. I guess I'm a fool believing for so long. And if there's no such thing, then I'll just make my own perfect world. I still don't understand it, why love has to be so cruel. 'Cause in a perfect world, in a perfect world, in a perfect world, I'd still have you. I'd still have you. In a perfect world.
Homegrown and good for you, the main event is radio the way it should be.
We give arms to the nations. one way out, there's just one way out. It's a big bad world, big bad world. It's a big bad world that we're living in. It's a long cold night without you. It's a long, cold night, yes it's true. It's a long, cold night. It's a long, cold night. A long, cold night here without you.
Boneheads on the Main Event Radio Show. Big Bad World. With a live recording of that song. Bill Chinnock before that, the one and only Bill Chinnock. And One Heart, One World. Cindy Bullens gave us In a Perfect World. And Frank Gotwals' Unfamiliar Sea got us started for this edition of the program. That and lots more coming your way with this and every edition of the Main Event. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast. Always good to have your company. We got lots to do, you know, just like always. We got something from Tim Sample coming up you might like, and a little later on we'll visit the Vault of Vinyl where we keep our dusty old record collection. We'll grab a record from our Vault of Vinyl and play a song for you. And all this other digital stuff that comes your way too from CDs and whatnot. All right here on the Main Event. So, without further ado, let's hear from Tim Sample. You know, he's got a boy, Hubert. He likes to tinker with stuff, and sometimes he likes to tinker with the truth. Let's hear more about that. Tim Sample, the Main Event.
But see, even Hubert is capable of coming up with a snappy answer under the right circumstances. Now, I remember one time, and this was quite a few years back, Hubert was in his teens, and he was going through a kind of a rebellious period. Hubert was always a good boy, like I say, but this one summer he got in some trouble, and he probably got over-enthusiastic like kids will, and I think he got picked up by the local sheriff for stealing hubcaps. It was kind of, but he did, and he explained he needed two of this particular kind off in a 68 Buick so he could finish up the last two spots on the solar collector he was building on the side of the barn out of hubcaps. All right, well, the sheriff let him go on it, but it just so happened, right at that time, we was living up to Palmyra, out in the woods a little bit, and there was a little local church up there, and they would get these young preachers coming through there, and they'd be all excited about going out into ministry, and this young fellow had just started in, and he was one of these fellows who was going to solve all the world's problems. He just graduated from the Bangor Theological Seminary, and so he was all cranked up, and he heard about Hubert getting in trouble, and he come over and knocked on the trailer door. You know them trailer doors, they're squishy. They're not hard like a regular. I let him in. Well, he wanted to know, could he talk to Hubert? I said, well, you can talk to him. I don't know what you're going to, get much. Oh, well, no, I've got to try. I says, look, all right, go ahead. And he went out, and I heard him discussing with Hubert. He was trying to teach Hubert a moral lesson, see. And the object of his life, what he was trying to teach Hubert really was that sometimes in life, you can't have everything you want right now, see. Sometimes you have to defer. This is not a concept Americans really understand anyways, but he particularly was trying to get this across to Hubert. And see, Hubert if you don't know Hubert and he don't say anything, you could mistake this look in his eyes for some sort of intelligence, or you might even think if you were talking that he was paying attention, say. But it's one of them cases like the lights is on but nobody's home, Well, I could tell this fellow he was going after it in earnest. He was trying to explain to Hubert he wasn't really getting anywhere. And finally he struck upon an idea, a lesson, an object, a way of telling his tale. And he reached in his pocket. He said, it's like this, Hubert. He says, I've got 3 coins here. He had a quarter and a dime and a penny. He said, now, Hubert, it's like this. What if I told you if you took that quarter, you'd have 25 cents in this life, but after you die, you would have to go to hell. Hubert just looked at him, He thought this meant he was getting through. So he kept pressing on. He says, on the other hand, Hubert, if you take the dime, you'll have a dime in this life, but after you pass on, you will go to purgatory. This is like hell with the thermostat turned down a few notches. But he says, on the other hand, Hubert, if you only take the penny, that's all you take, and that's all you have in this life. He says, you may only have a penny, but after you pass on, you will spend eternity with the Lord in heaven. Now, Hubert, given that choice, what would you do? Hubert looked at him. He looked at the coins. He grabbed all 3. He says, now I guess I can go any place I want to.
Not just another pretty radio show, it's the Maine Event radio show.
I come here just a baby back in 1953. Way back then, this rock and roll was just a squirt like me. Now it's rolling in her rivers and it's blowing in her pipes. More than just a pretty face, she's a rock and roll state of mind. Madawaska, Caribou, Millinocket, Mooselook, Maguntagan, Mound Blue, Jonesport, Bucksport, Kennebunkport, Northport, Southport, East and Westport, Rockport, Winniport, and Portland, Harpswell, Harmony, and Heartland, Rockville, Rockwood, and Rockland. She's a rock and roll state of mind. With a Pitlock, Winthrop, Wayne, Mattawamke, Damariscotta, Etna, and on the Passadumke. Yankee, Gelati, and Skowhegan, Mars Hill, Martinsville, and Monhegan, Chamquassabam to Cookin, Idaho, Milo, Medi, Bempson, Mexico, Carabasset, Willimantic, Orono, oh dear I go, Acton, Addison, and Anson, Alfred, Albion, and Alton, Alexander, Appleton, Ashland, Mingo Springs, Oquassic, Livermore Falls, Lewiston, Auburn, Androscoggin, Agamenicus, Biddeford, Saco, Egamoggin, and Matinicus, Amity, Lead, Parmachenee, Liberty, Lyman, and Leeds, Black Frontier, Patton, Livermore Falls, Cuxabixis, and Wall of Grass, Bazooxis, Cadjo, and Allagash, Greenfield, Greenville, Greenwood, Reedfield, Razorville, and Robin Hood, Bayview, Bay Point, Bayside, Hiram, Hollowell, and Headtide, Pleasant Point, Pemaquid, and Port Clyde. She's magical, mystical, historical, and beautiful, but most of all, she's a rock and roll state of mind.
That is called Rock and Roll State of Mind, a little musical tour of our great state from Coyote Kid. And that's from an album of his goes way back, and it's called The Maine Adventure. And Tim Sample, a little bit about his boy Hubert, who didn't quite get the religious message going on there. You know, I bet you can relate to this. Most people can. You know, you put on some weight and you go, oh, geez, I gotta get trimmed down a little bit here. And I had some success doing that this past year. But then summertime came, and I went on the total barbecue diet for several months, and the pounds that got lost, they've been found. They're sitting right there on my waistline. Arlo West gets that. This is called Too Much Barbecue. Arlo West, the main event.
Such a thin man, the women chased him around. He had a 32 waistline, now he weighs 300 pounds. He really loves those pork ribs with extra sauce on the side. He never touched his onions, they made him break out in highs. He got too much barbecue, yeah, too much barbecue. You got to do what you gotta do. Sue Marie was a sweet thing, she used to knock 'em dead when she hits the cantina. Chopped beef goes to her head. She loves to stuff on the sausage and swill it down with cheap brew. The quicker it hits her table, the less time she's got to chew. She gets too much barbecue, too much barbecue, yeah, too much barbecue. You got to do what you gotta do, yeah. nothing like brisket, trimmed up lean and mean. But you can take my advice, son, and always eat your beans. You won't get too much barbecue, too much barbecue, yeah, too much barbecue. You got to do what you gotta do, yeah. You won't get too much barbecue, too much barbecue, yeah, too much barbecue. You got to do what you gotta do, what you gotta do, what you gotta do. Hey. Now don't get me wrong here, people, 'cause I just love that smoky stuff. But these folks, they had an addiction. They didn't know when enough was enough.
There's a rumor I don't love you anymore. There's a rumor that I finally closed the door. I was wrong if I said it, surely regret it. Reality's so far away from all the rumors that I don't love you anymore. I can put on a good face, like I'm having a great time, but I'm lost in the crowd, I know it. My heart's breaking, but I'll never show it. When everybody sees me, I look pretty happy, and when I lay down and close my eyes, you'll always be right here with me. Yeah, here with me. There's a rumor that I found somebody else. There's a rumor that I finally found myself. Got a long lost memory of you holding on to me like you never let me go. It's just a rumor that I don't love you anymore. I can put on a good face, like I'm having a great time, but I'm lost in the crowd, I know it. My heart's breaking, but I'll never show it. I wish that you could see me, I look pretty happy, 'cause when I lay down and close my eyes, you'll always be right here with me. There's a rumor And there's a rumor that I hope you find what you've been looking for. I was wrong if I said it, surely regret it. I just wanna let you know. Forget the rumors that I don't love you anymore.
The main event, August Empire, is the band. There's a Rumor is the song. Time now for our visit to the Vault O Vinyl. The Vault being where we keep our dusty, scratchy old record collection, and we're going to grab a record and play a song from it for you as we visit the Vault. It's from Noel Paul Stookey. We're going to hear a song about the simple life from Noel Paul. Country song as we visit the Vault O Vinyl, the Main Event radio show.
And here's a moving to the country song for you. I wrote it 'cause I know you're feeling blue. Any doubt you had about the simple country way. We'll be gone on the morning that we all move there to stay. Now I was raised in the country. I lived in the city for a while. I met a high school sweetheart at a New York subway. Well, it changed my life and now's about to change our style. Oh, and there's something about living in the country, looking out the front door at the sun, light through the leaves, making lazy harmonies, and knowing that our lives have just begun. Don't talk much about it. I know you could not live without it. And for our daughters, clear blue waters, timeless ocean, gentle motion, a natural living, freely given to. There's no sweeter way of growing, just as surely as I know it, we're in love. Around your heavenly throne, I'm a child of the Lord, I wanna go home. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the air. When we die, oh, by and by, love will lead us there. I'm a child of the Lord, and I wanna go home. I'm a child of the Lord, and I wanna go home.
Charlie's working on a big, big deal, moving numbers round and changing figures. Charlie is a friend of yours, and the world outside Charlie's chin is itching. Charlie's boss is breathing down his neck. The color fades, revealing scars. Charlie is a friend of ours. And the world outside, it's snowing lightly. What's your urgency, Charlie? And the world outside, she will shine brightly. She's coy and blushing, calling politely. Her dawn still waits for your embrace, to cast her light, kiss your face. Throw your hands behind your head as you lay down in her clovers. Throw your worries in her stream, let the current wash you over. Feel your own heart beating as you run among her hills. She's the one who's always loved you, God knows she always will. When the day is ending, as the sky is nearly dark, she's an owl in the shadows, still calling for your heart. So I ask you once again, do not ask you lightly, what's your urgency, Charlie? Charlie's life has a deadline. Charlie's life is a big, big deal.
Right now, I would give up a fortune and not understand why you're stepping out. I guess you know the door's always open if you're to get back at some hour when I can't be found. You'll be fine. You got an act for coping. Mama once told me it couldn't hurt to have faith. But will I drown, or can I keep on floating? Get all the bullshit and blood that you spilt in this place. Lay it all down, lay it on thick, spread it around in the rooms that I live. See it till my very last breath. Give you my best, I could've cared less. And I swear you won't get satisfaction, not when I give you my two goddamn cents. You're on the prowl for your cheap piece of action. Virgin pairs of ears who've been to the faces you invent can't be found. Packed up and left town. Boarded those windows, well prepared for the storm. And hammer in hand, you tear it all down. But if the last bit of their home, keep your selfish heart warm. Lay it all down, lay it on there, spread it around in the woods that I live. Say it out loud till my very last breath. Give you my best, could've very last breath, I gave you my best. Could a kid live?
I do it once more.
Yeah, definitely. Do it once more.
That felt pretty good,
awesome.
yeah.
With my
Spread it.
Say it out loud.
All right.
With your very last breath.
Once more?
Yes.
The main event, that's called The Weather, and it's from Big Bad Wolf, an album of theirs called Tides. And Connor Garvey before that with Charlie. And that's after we heard from Noel Paul Stookey with Country Song. Simple things can be so beautiful, right? And you got some right here on the main event. And by the way, besides hearing us on the radio on this fine station, you can catch us on the worldwide interwebs at meradio.org. You'll find the Listen Now button on the home page, and click that. You'll get the latest edition of the show. And on Facebook, you can catch any of several recent programs that are posted as audio files on our page, the Main Event Radio Show page, that is, on Facebook. So, different ways to do it. No matter how you get the program, thank you for tuning in to the broadcast. That's what it's about, is just bringing the music and great entertainment from our own home state to anybody who wants to listen. Angus and Coffin right now, that'd be John Angus and Robbie Coffin. This is Strong Foundation on the main event.
Here we are in the hard times. Everyone yelling, but no one hears. Babies crying, the neighbors knocking. Sometimes I don't believe my ears, but I remember things my grandpa said. After all these years, I feel his hand upon my head. Build your house on a strong foundation. A house that starts that way will soon stand tall. Build your house on a strong foundation. A house that's built that way will never fall. I've had lovers like a bonfire, blaze so hot, soon burn low, leaving ashes morning after. Scatter far when the winds blow. The winds blow cold in this northern climb. Sometimes you seek the warmth where you can find it, but build your house on a strong foundation. A house that starts that way will soon stand tall. Build your house on a strong foundation. A house that's built that way will never fall. I can't know the reason for the river that don't stop the water flowing. of me stays with her. She knows when I am leaving. Build your house on a strong foundation. A house that starts that way will soon stand tall. Build your house on a strong foundation. A house that's built that way will never fall.
Ain't no real big thing, but it is the main thing. The main event radio show, that is.
Far away on a hill to a sunny mountainside. Many years ago we parted, my little Ruth and I, from the sunny mountainside. She clung to me and trembled when I told her we must part. She said, "Don't go, my darling, it almost breaks my heart to think of you so far apart. Carry me back to old Virginia, back to my old mountain home. Carry me back to old Virginia, back to my Clinch mountain home. Oh, the lay ho, the lay ho, lay. Oh, the lay ho, the lay ho, lay. Lay ho, lay. Oh, my mountain home. I put my arms around her, leaned her head upon my breast. I told her I would wed her when I came back from the west to my old Clinch mountain home. In my hand I hold a picture of the old home far away. In the other one, my darling, I'm dreaming of today at the sunny mountainside. Carry me back to old Virginia, back to my old mountain home. Carry me back to old Virginia, back to my Clinch mountain home.
Allons danser, Colinda, allons danser, Colinda. La danse à main pour le peut faire fâcher les femmes. C'est quoi tout le monde va danser, tu les vais danser bien, tiens. La danse à main pour le, allons danser, Colinda. Allons danser, Colinda, allons danser, Colinda. La danse à Marpolo peut faire fâcher les femmes. C'est moi tout le monde va danser, je les vais danser bien temps. La danse à Marpolo, allons danser, Colinda.
That's Colinda, a nice little Cajun tune from the Leblanc family, Don Leblanc and family, from an album of theirs called Step Musique. Also, from Mom's Home Cookin', we heard My Clinch Mountain Home. And that brings us to time to put a wrap on this edition of the original homegrown radio show, The Main Event. With thanks to the station for putting us on the air, and thanks to Kevin Foley for getting the IT work done that I do not have a clue about. Thanks, Kevin. And thanks especially to you for joining us. I hope you're going to be here next time, because I know I will when the main event comes your way once again. Till then, Dan Foley signing off for the Main Event Radio Show, a Holy Mackerel production, coming to you this time from our Coastal Retreat and Meditation Center on the Down East Coast. Be good to yourself, be good to the folks you meet, and let's all be good to the planet. It's the only one we got. Here's a little tune called Minor Swing, Boreal Tordu.